Hey, what's up, guys? We're here with Smogon YouTube. This is Smogon Masters, grand finals between Chris P. Bacon, that's Needy Girl Overdose on Showdown, and Empo, who I'm sure you all know Empo. So this is going to be a best of 3 between Gen 8, Gen 7, Gen 6, and looks like we're starting with Gen 8 right now. What do you think of this matchup we have right now? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm here with Stories and Radu. Yes.
And Radu, yes. Don't forget him.
I'd never
So looking
forget
on Empo's
Radu.
side of the field, this kind of team is kind of trademarked by him, if memory serves correctly, this kind of Blaziken physical offense.
Very offensive teams, yeah. I see Melon Garchomp from both sides. I see Blacephalon that can go really hard on Chris' team.
I'm seeing
Really
not a lot
unique teams. Like, sorry, go on.
No, you go on.
Okay, I was saying, these are kind of like off brands of kind of standard teams. Like Blacephalon, you really see on Ghost spam, like Blacephalon plus Dragapult to overwhelm Ghost checks. And then with Blaziken, you usually see with Rillaboom to kind of offset recoil from Flare Blitz and Life Orb. Like the Blaziken Empo team has a Rillaboom on it, but we don't see that here. We see some other physical attackers in its place, but Crispy Bacon's Rillaboom might end up working in the Blaziken's favor on Empo's side of the field, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works out.
Well, you know what I'm looking at actually. Empo's running. Empo's running a no Ghost Resist team, and of course Chris doesn't have a Ghost Resist either, like no Dark type or anything. But
oh yeah, there's no Ghost Resist in this tier.
if that's a Specs Blacephalon, it just 2-KOs literally everything. I'm pretty sure. So I think
literally
that's
everything. It's not even.
Oh yeah, here it comes. Even the fire
is.
The fire is.
I mean, it is gonna be. It's likely to be Protect Melmetal. You know, with Toxic, the Protect Toxic combo is really nice with leftovers, but maybe this isn't Choice Blacephalon, it could be Subcom Mine. I feel like it's Choice Scarf on this team, but maybe you don't need that kind of speed control with Rillaboom. If it's Banded Rillaboom, you don't really need Choice Scarf.
A team like this is possibly gonna be Scarf, because you have the Rillaboom and Garchomp and Melon that are really good at breaking, and you really like the Blacephalon Scarf for like cleaning up late.
I think it's
what I noticed is that Slowbro is like really very useful into Empo to check their Shifu the Blaziken, the Garchomp, the Malm. It feels like it's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting. And the Toxic on it from Mount Turn 1 is going to be really huge into not letting it just sit there on a lot of these Pokemon.
Yeah, that's already a huge deal of progress being made by Empo getting that Toxic on the Slowbro. Now, it's not going to be too much, you know, at one moment, but like over the course of a game, even despite regen and potentially grassy terrain, it's still going to come into play later on, especially if Urshifu's clicking U-turn, Blaziken, if it has knockoff. You can get into +2 knockoff range.
That's what I'm
saying. SD Garchomp can overwhelm it.
You have to be a little careful here, because obviously Chris's obvious play is just clicking Overheat and claiming something. But even if you do claim something, Blaziken's just going to come in and click SD and cause a lot of problems for you if you're Specs. But yeah, there's the Overheat. But
no, there's the Overheat, so it is likely choiced. I doubt it's like Subcom Mine or something with Overheat.
Yeah, Overheat.
I really feel like it's like Specs Blacephalon and then Banded Rillaboom.
I agree. I think Specs is usually what Overheat indicates. But because I feel like Scarf sets usually run Mind Blown because they need the extra power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think good lead from Empo on Mount, because having to protect the Scout means you can just go freely on Garchomp, and even if
yep, that is Spectacles.
That is a Specs.
That is Specs.
Kind of tricky.
Does this 2KO?
No, it definitely doesn't.
Okay.
It would only do 32. But
he doesn't give a shit.
Okay, Rocks Up.
The Rocks Up are huge.
So Empo looks like he's setting himself up nicely for a late game, but I don't know if a late game is going to happen with the way this Blacephalon is interacting in this matchup.
Yeah, well, Rocks are going to help a lot with that. but
I assume the Lily might be Scarf, and then you have maybe the Shifu Jet, and then I think the Zapdos can probably tank. I don't know if the Zapdos tanks an overheat. Oh no, it depends on like a spread. I don't think it does, but it certainly takes a Shadow Ball. Blaziken can maybe take an overheat. You can get a sack on and all of that. And so with rocks up and Blacephalon is not gonna last too long a time on the field. Honestly, we see a skill shot.
hey, let me. Sorry, I just realized I'm recording with no music. Let me turn on the battle music if we can do that for a second.
Actually, maybe we could.
Never mind, don't do that. It's gonna come through on the recording. We might need to put a headphone warning in the description.
All right, the Chomp Sack right away. We see Lily coming out instead of some like Zapdos.
Yeah, but
which is interesting. I'm wondering whether this could be Specs Lily instead, just hitting a Moonblast here. I'm assuming we're gonna see the Melmetal.
If you force the Slowbro to Melmetal, do you think it's gonna be AV Melmetal?
I think,
On
it's
Crispy's
not
side
AV
or no?
metal because it click protect. Oh, so you mean Chris's Melmetal?
Yeah, on the other side.
Yeah, you're right.
Just because, like, if this is Calm Mind Lele, like...
I think in these structures, you kind of, with Rilla, you like lefties because you get so much recovery out of that, plus protect, that the Melmetal just becomes unkillable.
That's true. But also, there's not really a very good special answer on Chris's team if it's not AV. It could be AV Torn.
Yeah, I was thinking,
but it's the defogger, isn't it?
There's kind of the... Oh, Future Sight.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is,
well, that's also kind of like a KO, assuming this isn't left. Oh, it is lefty, so it's probably lefties protect with grassy terrain. So that kind of like disrupts the flow of Future Sight combos pretty nicely.
Yeah. Oh, nice double.
Ooh, shit,
Really good double.
Good double.
I wonder if there's one of those.
Impa's really.
I was watching
If this is Scarf, you can trade your Urshifu
No,
with this Torn.
I think Empo is a protective pads kind of guy.
Yeah. Man, no one runs Choice Scarf anything in this tier.
They run
No
Scarf.
Ghost Resist,
Scarf
no
Lele.
Choice Scarf. People are just...
The Lily could be Scarf still. I know they run. Scarf
It could be
Future Sight.
Scarf Lele, you're right. No, you're
But
right.
some of these Tauns don't have flying moves in this tier. I know that, but I think this is probably
I hate when they have no flying move.
Hurricane. That's a
Oh, that's Specs.
goodbye to
And
I'm
Tornado.
pretty
the
sure.
back foot here. Spec. Why would it be Specs?
Is that not Specs damage? Or is that...
It kills with
Um,
anything. Honestly, Shifu has no special.
Well,
things.
if it's coming in here, it's probably Scarf. I don't really know the damage roll. I have the chat open on game discussion for the recording.
No, it's
So-
Scarf. It's Scarf.
Okay, yeah.
'Cause
Lele's
it's
just so
terrain.
stupidly strong, I can never tell, like, the overlap between, like, Modest Scarf and Timid Specs and,
Yeah,
and, like,
you're also
Twisted
probably
Spoon
used
and
to
all that other
seeing you're used to seeing bulky Tauns on the special side, whereas this one looks
Good-
sort of.
good place
Mhm.
again. I think
Well,
at
it's
this
more so
point,
I'm used to Gen 7 Psychic Terrain where it's a 50% boost.
Is that true? I didn't know that. Yeah, it looks like.
That was a great double.
I mean, this Blaziken's gonna have to do miracles.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
it doesn't
possible.
even get close to KOing without Life Orb.
I mean, I think between like Rough Skin, Recoil, Life Orb, I don't think it's happening. Yeah, it just drops here, right? Okay.
Not quite.
Well, you just sack
Is it lefties?
You sack Chomper.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, no,
Okay.
it's Life Orb.
Well then, yeah. If it was lefties, he'd be a lot better off here, I think. But
That should get rid of the Chomp.
Yeah, looks like Chomper's just gonna go big here. Oh, even Rillaboom also works.
did we see boots on Slowbro yet?
I'll check.
I guess it could be Colbert because this team is super Weavile weak.
Teleport, Ice Beam. Oh, I think it's Colbert Body Press.
Likely.
Yeah.
It gets Body Press in this gen, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, I thought so.
I think this may be over for Empo.
It's looking pretty.
There's-
I think it was always over though to Blacephalon with no Ghost Resist. Like that's just.
Yeah, this
That's like-
matchup was just like really good prep by Crispy.
That's a crazy.
You know,
point.
this team had a really good matchup into. I said earlier, like this is kind of a traditional team from Empo. It does feel a bit off kilter from like the standardized version with like the Rillaboom and the lefties Blaziken, to keep Blaziken healthy. But it's like, just looking at this, it feels like a very Empo team, and I think Chris did really good prep to get such a good matchup.
Yeah, I think Chris might also. I know Empo's sort of traditionally like probably known for that SM, right? Like being his best tier, but I think like in World Cup, Chris, for example, was also SM, but he's playing SS in SPL currently. I think it's sort of his signature gen. So if there's something he's gonna win, it's gonna be this one. But I don't know.
Chris started out as a Natdex player, so he knows his way around like the Z moves and stuff, like and the Mega Evolution. So it's not like he'd be in unfamiliar territory anyway.
Yeah, we should tell you what. You want to talk about like what the stakes of this one are? So here's the deal: if Empo wins, he becomes the first person to ever get 5 individual trophies on the website. Right? It's like, which I think he hits #1 in the Hall of Fame, which is like pretty crazy.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Which overtaking ABR.
Oh, nice clutch, Toxic.
Nice Toxic.
Empo's also the only guy who has there's like the one Smogon Championship ribbon. What is it called?
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember.
Yeah, the Smogon Championship one.
I remember that.
They made that. Empo won it, and then they stopped doing it. So he's the only winner of that.
That's Aura.
That's fire.
Yeah.
But Chris,
with the Gojo avatar too.
I mentioned Chris, Australian legend. Let me tell you. First Oceanic trophy since 2011. Actually, is the last time someone from my terrible country has won anything on this website. So,
it's looking pretty good for you guys so far.
It's clear who I'm
game 1.
It's clear who I'm rooting for. Is all I'm gonna say.
Well,
but
I'm the Italian rep here, so I'm rooting for Empo. Stories are the only neutral party here.
Yeah, who are you siding with? Who's the official? Who's the official?
Oh my god! Well, I mean, this is like a classic underdog story, right? Like we have Empo, one of the most decorated players on the site. Then we have Chris, who like I knew from like a year and so back of just like this complete Natdex scrub.
Yeah, he only played Stole. I remember.
Yeah, like
back. I think 2 years ago. No, sorry, I think 1 year ago.
I mean,
even,
he's
like,
clearly been grinding because, like, looking at his accomplishments today, he's completely unrecognizable from who he was like 2 years ago. Like, no offense to 2 years ago, Crispy Bacon, but like, he is insane right now, and he's beating Empo right now.
Because every year Oceania does tryouts for its World Cup team, and so we saw Chris this year in tryouts for just playing SV. Just loading like horrific stalls into other random hopeful players. I mean, it worked. He ended up making the lineup. But yeah, he learned how to use balance, and then
and it
now
seems
he's
like
beating
now
Empo.
he'd be a pretty good asset on any team.
Yeah.
He's playing this awfully patient.
Yeah, 2 Mel medals just smacking into each other.
Yeah, I think we're kind of just waiting for something to die, so Blacephalon comes in and just claims its next victim.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just a waiting game.
I think
Chris has like
I also think
a surplus of resources available. It's kind of just a sack game at this point, it looks like. Yeah, so there's the sack. Bosef comes in. 1 Pokemon, please.
I don't even think you have to risk the overheat miss. I'm pretty sure Flame just torches this.
Yeah, Flame just
Oh, Flame for sure. I mean, Lele can take a hit.
Oh, the Mel medals.
I'm not even sure.
Mel medals got a big body.
If you only take 1. You may take multiple.
Metal definitely folds in half to this.
Yeah, it's a. Well, there's the overheat anyway.
Yeah, overheat for sure. I think this can kill 2 Malbattles.
Empo's the kind of guy to stay in and dodge it though. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Hey, I'm not manifesting anything, but.
I'm saying you don't get to where you are here without a little bit of luck, right?
Yeah, that's my. Yeah, I mean, I've always said, like, I feel like there are, like, people always talk about how ABR is, like, the luckiest player of all time. I feel like there are, like, a lot of players who are, like, a 10 out of 10 in playing ability. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, McMagan, ABR, Empo, Soulwind, none of them are, like, ever really misplaying. I think, so the best one among them is just going to be the one who gets lucky most often, you know what I mean? That's why people always...
Well, I mean, there's like I've been playing a lot of Nuzlocke lately, right? So there's like guaranteed wins that are completely riskless, but you can like win faster while
Yeah,
risking
true.
a crit or two, and it's kind of just like,
That's what I'm
do you want to win faster or do you want to win harder?
Yeah.
I guess.
I need to learn to be more patient, just in general.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, it's been I've been learning to be really patient playing through them. Like I feel like, I mean, I've lost all my tour games this week, so maybe not, but like,
oh,
gulp. All right. Empo's timer has been pretty low this whole time. He's just like wondering what he could possibly do to get out of this bind.
Honestly,
He's keeping it pretty close, all things considered, but Melmetal's gonna come in.
yeah.
I feel like you just click superpower with Chris's Melmetal.
I don't think you have to risk it. Just go Melmetal, and then if Melmetal comes in, Sacrilobim.
Yeah, it gets so close in terms of
Nah, it's always going to be Blacephalon.
Pokemon left on the field.
Blacephalon just claiming is always going to be head up.
here's the thing: if you click Overheat, that's obviously you risk missing. But Blissful and Flame, Lily just thinks that, and then.
Yeah, if you go for Overheat, you only have 4 left. If you miss one, this game is over.
But not only that, you only have a few entries anymore, and you one double to Lele on the right turn can be really, especially if you decide to. Stack.
Superpower there.
Yeah, I think that's superpower. Yeah. I think that was definitely the right play.
I agree.
Yeah.
He probably just sacks Rillaboom. Yeah.
Ooh, the grass is rain though.
Oh.
On the double iron.
I mean, the grass
bash.
is rain.
Nice.
Matter.
well, now this is Shadow Ball range. I'm pretty sure.
I guess there's actually a problem here where Overheat could run out of PP on a double protect.
Yeah.
Which is like nightmare scenario.
I mean, if you just miss here, I think you just Earthquake here, right?
Yeah, you have to go for the dodge here for sure.
It's just no kill in grassy.
I mean, well, no, you go for your double protect here. I think.
No, you definitely want to have this against the other Melmetal, I think. Oh my god.
No.
Oh wait, wait, Grassy Terrain didn't even save it?
Oh.
No, dude, that's a
no way. We were just talking about this.
Is it not
Flame? He is the best player of all time. He needed a dodge and he got it.
I'm wondering, is it not Flame? Is like what? Oh, double Iron Bash here would be crazy. Oh, that's so sad.
Oh my gosh.
In the future sight, in the superpower. Nah, oh my god. We took this for granted.
Yo.
I'll be honest, I think there was a lot Chris could have done to win this game.
Yeah,
I would be inclined to agree.
I think he got a little bit careless because he had such a huge lead. I think he kind of took his feet off the gas a bit. But still, I mean, obviously Empo just got like a timely overheat dodge.
Yeah, I think.
I don't. It's funny. We were literally just talking about that, and then it happened.
We spoke it into reality.
Because it would have clicked it.
Yeah, of course it would have clicked it. It must have been Shadow Ball, Trick, Flame, Overheat, Fire Blast.
What else?
Well, the issue
he was flamethrower, but
oh, hey, sorry, Michael J. I didn't even notice.
He was flamethrower. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was flamethrower, but the Lele was choice scarf. And he wanted to cover like a Lele switch because if Empo goes to Lele there on a flamethrower, then it's a 50-50 because he could psychic on a stay or he could double on a Melmetal switch. So I think it was flamethrower, but he wanted to like not play a 50-50 because he just wins in 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And we're back.
Empo and Sand.
We have Michael joining us too. Real Smogon Masters fans know won this trophy last year. So what's your SM opinion looking like on this one?
Empo using Sand is like not super unexpected. He is very well known to bring Sand. But yeah,
I have 3 teams in my builder called Empo Sand for SM. Like,
I think I have a couple as well. Yeah,
that's his play style for sure.
Chris needing to beat Empo in SM is certainly a storyline.
I actually think I have the team he's using in my builder right now, so that's really cool.
I think
Chris using Zard, that just screams like, oh, I'm a Natdex player. Like,
you think this is,
I don't know, his team.
Is this Zard Y or Zard X?
It is
think?
Zard Y.
It's definitely Zard Y on this team with the Weavile too. Like this just screams Zard Y.
I feel like Zard X
not
would
Dex
be-
main.
No, I guess Zard Y is better. 'cause it
VY
breaks
makes
the-
more sense on Zard X because VY can trap stuff like Slowbro, because people were running regular Slowbro as well. But I feel like it's gotta be Zard Y because otherwise stuff like Zapdos could be a little more annoying. And you can maybe bait a Zapdos in on the Charizard so that your Katana can sweep. But that's just my first guess.
Yeah, I guess Weavile
Yeah.
helps both Zards because like for Zard Y, it'd be nice to pursue trap like the Mega Lotties, get those out of the picture.
Yeah, I think
Tell you what I'm
you're-
scared of.
in this matchup,
I
I
feel like
feel like you're really dependent on Zard, and we're gonna see a lot of Saiyan versus Sun, shenanigans.
Celesteela
The
is gonna
problem-
6-0, kinda. But
Yeah, I was about to say the problem is that Zard can never break the Toxapex unless the way to play Zard Y against Toxapex is to PP store the Toxapex because most of them are not running Toxic. They are like Scald, Toxic Spikes, Haze,
knockoff. No,
Recover.
knockoff's more Gen 8.
But knockoff is also used time to time. But like Charizard Y into Toxapex is
Oh, great turn
Oh,
too.
the Oko move comes out.
justice.
Oh.
Injustice, relax. Turn one.
So you probably.
No, I'm not like rooting for anyone, but after seeing an overheat miss.
Don't worry, we're
deciding
allowed
again,
to be biased in here since we already have an Australian and an Italian, so it's warfare at this point.
But yeah, the Clefairy is not running aromatherapy, so having a Thunder Wave on the Clefairy is just really good here.
Mm-mm. What do you think the Megaran is gonna be?
The Megaran can do a lot of things, like vote switching.
Well, that's probably the least impactful Magearna set in this kind of matchup. I guess it stops Ashgren. I'm assuming it's... Well,
It's not
if it's
AV, right?
I'm assuming it's AV. With Volt Switch like that on this kind of team. This team just screams like super generic basic SMOU team. Like I don't expect any kind of originality here. Like it's probably
This is
Z-Move
gonna be
Lando,
pretty
Iapapa
sweet.
Rotom,
This
Scarf
is
Cart,
Godzilla.
CB Weavile.
Oh nah.
Gotta be Helmet. Oh my god, the X-Car switch, he just balled out.
Free.
Okay, well, as soon as Rotom burns its Iapapa, I'm pretty sure this Excadrill just wins. I mean, you have
it's
Sand,
it's
you have
never
Lando.
staying in, yeah.
Ooh, the interesting double pod.
Mm.
Yeah, Empo kind of
Oh.
struggles against Katana, especially if this is
Yes.
banned Katana. It
Yeah,
can claim every
I guess
time it
Banded
comes in.
Knock would be pretty. Because Celesteela probably comes in here, right? Or
Yeah, you kind of really need Steel Impacts for this, but then Steela is like so good in this matchup in general.
oh,
it
double.
does so much.
Hang on.
Oh,
Get your
Mo.
Papa,
Nice-
yep.
nice to
Get your
Papa. I
Iapapa
guess
back. This
Vault, Megairna. God, these
People
Chris
running Wiki
nicknames,
Berry
so-
instead of Iapapa are cringe, by the way.
Is it like a Dreadplate versus Black Glasses King Gambit situation? Are they like?
Yeah, I would
Well,
always want
based on the
Dreadplate.
natures.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, doesn't.
I'm a black glasses kind of girl.
I'm Dreadplate all the way.
No,
But
Black
yeah,
Glass is
speaking of which, Apple just deciding to stay with Clefairy. I assume that Smart Strike was not KOing the Clefable and he didn't
Yeah.
want to take a Flamethrower potentially because the matchup into Katana is so bad. So
Exactly.
it could be Flamethrower
I mean,
Clef.
To me, this just screams Scarf Cart, probably with Defog. You probably have double Defog with Rotom and Cart to facilitate Zard Y. Like, personally, I already know, like, the exact EVs, items, everything on Chris's team just from, like...
Oh, can you tell us what? It's Z Heal Bell, right? On Megairna? Oh,
I also
I don't
assume
think
the
so.
old-
I mean, I'm saying I know them as in I'm speculating. Like, I can make a very informed guess.
right,
Like,
okay.
it's just a super generic team. Like, if I had to bet, it's Z-Move Lando, AV Magearna, Wiki Berry, Rotom, CB Weavile, Scarf Cart, Zard Y.
come on,
I
Zard.
mean, maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe this is Zard X.
Oh, it's Zard X!
Alright,
It's Zartex.
so I guess I'm
Oh,
wrong,
that's-
and I'm ass.
That's,
GG.
That is great EQ as well.
Zard X is threatening a KO now because if you go
yeah,
Tita,
true.
it takes more than 50. If you go, like, I think Empo is going to toss Clefable.
I
but
think Empo's
that-
gonna go Gren here. I think it's his only play, right?
No, you need Gren.
But everything else drops,
Depends on
but
the
it's
Gwen
also
set.
important.
It's
If
not
if it's
Spikes, it's probably Spikes protein, I would assume, or is it Scarf?
It's just-
What do you think?
if it's Protean, then like it's either Scarf, which isn't great
my
here,
God.
or it's Z move, which means
What?
it's not Z move on Drow.
Just staying.
That was a
I
really good
never
toxic by
really
Empo.
mind.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, but this is a good clef switch. There's movement
I was
happening.
really thinking he would just sack Clef because it was like low and paralyzed, got rocks up and everything.
Yeah, that's what Chris probably has expected
I-
as well.
yeah,
So
of
he gets the
course.
boost off and then
Yeah.
gets the KO with Flare Blitz. But now I don't really see a way for Chris winning this anymore, especially because the Charizard is poison.
Is it Swords Dance
and-
Weavile maybe? I'm trying to think of anything.
I kind of doubt it.
Oh,
There's
we,
always
we,
very-
Because you really do want the maximum damage on slow, bro.
don't know
like,
what the Z is.
Michael said earlier.
could be like Swords Dance Icium. You know, it's possible.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I really feel like it's C Lando. But I mean, I've already been wrong about the team comp, so what do I know?
What does I see
Well, if it's
people
not Helmet. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
people in game discussion are talking about Z Heal Bell on Magina, which is it heals you if you don't know. That's for the listeners.
like
I'm
Zero
sure
to
you
four.
know, but
Yeah, I
Um,
mean,
Well,
that would be a super clutch option if it was the case. But I also seen the game chat, they're saying doesn't Excadrill just win under sand, and like Lando's weakened, Rotom has burned its berry. Like, if you ever find a free opportunity to set up a sword stance with Drill, probably against Magirna,
but I mean,
Um,
well,
like,
you do not have Sand up and have Excadrill against Magirna out. That's not a scenario that's going to happen in this game, because I doubt that Chris will switch Magirna into Tita, then Empo can go Drill. Like,
Yeah.
this looks like a weird scenario to me. So at least it never really gets the opportunity to get the sword stance off.
yeah, I mean, if
Just-
it's your win condition, like, if you're willing to sack him on to enable that to happen, like, you go T-Tar, sack something, and then get Drill in, like, if that gets you 2 or 3 KOs, it's worth it to lose them on for that.
oh,
But
here comes Pex.
we're gonna see if Empo can make it happen.
On knock. Great.
And, yeah, that is Scarf damage for sure.
yeah,
Or at least
Yeah,
it's not
also
banded.
first death packs, isn't it? Like 30 seems a little
30 's
also
pretty
the
low.
EQ
I'm-
from Zard,
I'm pretty
not doing
sure.
50. So
could be like.
I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense. You have Spidef Stealer, so
Yeah, with Steela, the Celepex core
Yeah,
looking
look at
strong
that.
as always.
It is Fizz Death Back.
this is
Remember, like, super early SM, people were using this with, like, a Tangrowth, too? For the Zygarde matchup.
this is looking pretty cooked. I'll be honest. It's look. The nation of Australia might have to wait another 12 years for anything to happen.
Italy on top.
Can we just
again.
undo the overheat miss?
That was so.
We
That
just,
was
like,
tragic.
veto
I
that?
wish I would have seen Gen 6, but it's not over yet. It's over when it's over.
True, true.
But
You're
What
right,
about
you're
Johnny
right.
That's
being
we
over-
as we always say, internet connections
last game?
are infallible. Are fallible.
Alright,
I think we
SD,
spent, like,
as they
the
go
entire game-
Celesteela, then SD on the Protect, and then Z Stone Edge, and get your kill.
Empo does
Boom.
not go to Celesteela here, because if he loses Celesteela, Leaf Blade always picks a KO. I think he either stays, switches to Gwen, because Gwen eats an EQ and he does not need Gwen necessarily. Like, going Stealer here is not a good
Does
play
Gren
for him.
really eat an
Yeah,
EQ?
I'm calling cap on that. I feel like Gren does not eat EQ. But,
If it's offensive Lando, Greninja folds after rocks.
well, yeah, there's
He went Celesteela,
Heal
but
Bell?
oh, it's Heal Bell.
Oh,
Okay.
for the Zard.
Oh,
So it
snap.
is the heal bell. Unless it's just very
Okay.
convenient. Wow, great.
First you crash, get your KO.
Good bait.
Nice.
Rotom Wash.
I mean, he didn't need.
Oh,
the
who Volt
steal
switches here?
move anyways.
Oh. Oh.
It's Volt Switch. always.
Oh, defog. Oh, that's no, but
Wait,
it's definitely going for the Zardex path. I don't.
Oh, T-Spikes up is
survive
tough.
and eat.
Oh.
Oh, GG. No crit. Now he can go Stealer again.
Yeah, but hang on,
like-
Rotom. Oh. Okay. Okay, hang on, wait. There's
T-Wave?
things are happening.
When there's a
things are happening.
T-Wave, there's a way.
T-Wit,
Do you
Toxic
vote
Spike
switch to Zard now? DD twice on 2 paras and win?
Hey,
Yeah, we game.
Oh, hang on,
No.
no, but hang on, Heal Bell's always available.
hey, you have heal bell, okay? It's not over.
But where do you get the heal ball off? Like, do you see this X schedule lurking in the back?
It's scary,
win.
bro. It's scary. You burn the wiki berry on Rotom already. Lando's gone. Like the Kartana's low too. Like this Excadrill is fiending for a kill.
Oh, there's Tita.
There's T-Tar, and then the drill's gonna come in. Maybe this is
Well,
Focus
cannot
Blast.
come in now.
Oh, okay, well,
Oh, that's a rough
pretty-
crit.
That's pretty
Insult to
inconvenient.
injury.
And he immediately surrenders. I mean, it's fair, but ouch.
Damn.
Alright, so five
Congrats!
5 trophies.
2 Empo.
Do we
Pretty
have a-
dominant Gen 7 game. Obviously a bit of misfortune for Chris in the Gen 8 game, but Empo's showing why he's the go in this next game, that he doesn't need a 10% chance to win. Piloting this matchup really excellently.
Good morning, Smogon. We've just seen the Masters Finals game, and now we're here with Empo, the winner, to have an interview. How are you, Empo?
Hello, Radu. Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Okay, so I'm sure people who know you and people who don't know you are both curious to know, first of all, who are you? Get an introduction going, and to know how you got into Smogon and all of that.
Sure. Okay. I'm Empo. I've been playing for a little over 10 years now. Regarding Smogon, September marks my 10th year in here. Time kind of flies, yeah. So I got into Smogon because a friend I had made on the online on Pokemon ORAS needed to test a team, and he didn't have his mon on his cartridge, so he just told me about PS, and that's how I hopped on, basically. And my first tournament, I think, was OLT 2016, and from there I just started joining more and more. That's it.
I see. And one thing is that you joined around 2015, 2016, but you didn't get your first win in a tournament until 2019. That was SPL, and then 2020 was your first individual. That was Smogon Tour, if I'm correct.
Yeah, correct.
How tell us about your journey before that, like all the years you spent playing and what kind of tournaments you played, what you did to get better, and all that it comes to your mind.
Okay. I mean, the most important factor I think in improvement was, as cliche as it sounds, it's probably reviewing losses. Losses feel obviously very bitter at the time of experiencing them for obvious reasons. In hindsight, though, I believe they're very useful, as they're obviously feelings you don't want to repeat, especially because most tournaments happen yearly, and one battle mistake can really cost you. Some losses can be like a wake-up call. Maybe someone's approach, they could make you rethink it. Maybe you should use more timer or not. In general, it's just very annoying to put in effort for like 2 or 3 months, and then you just fumble it all because of a poor decision that could have been easily avoided. Maybe if you just apply more carefulness. So yeah, I would say reviewing losses definitely helped me the best. Always need to stay sharp and look for opportunities during games.
That's a really great answer. Good insight. And I'd say it worked, because right now you, with this Masters win, you got to the top 1 to the Hall of Fame with 5 individual wins and 3 team tournament trophies. How does it feel to have put all this effort in for it to be paying off like that?
It feels obviously amazing. I mean, definitely wasn't my main goal to get up there, especially considering that some people are just bound to pass me over time. It might happen sooner than you think. But the satisfying thing is putting in effort and achieving your goal, especially in a game where considered best win rates are like 70% according to the team tournament sheet. The feeling is just really good, especially in a challenging game like competitive months. Feeling of winning, of course.
And throughout the journey of you getting to this spot, I'm assuming you interacted a lot with the community. You probably looked at a lot of replays from other players. Who's like a player that you would consider maybe a role model or an inspiration or someone, to look up to in a way?
Back when I started, BKC really helped me out, and I thought he was a phenomenal player. And that was also around the time when he won his double S-Tour ring. So yeah, it's got to be him. I don't think I even thanked him enough for that. So.
Well, I hope he hears this. And between all the tournaments you've ever played in, which one was your favorite?
Can I just name one favorite individual and one team tournament, if I'm allowed?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. I'll start with the team tournament one, actually. I think it's World Cup 2019, even though we didn't even get past round one. I just remember the whole experience. It was super fun, and we had mad chemistry. We'd just play games all day, not just mounts. We were always chilling in call. Super fun time. I'd like to shout out Bro Kappa from that time period. And favorite individual, probably my first one, so S-Tour 30. My path was X-Ray, Bea, John W, and Soulwind in order. And overall, I think I brought my favorite teams, and I don't know, it's my first ring, so pretty special.
Yeah, of course, holds a special place in your heart. And talking about all these people you've faced, who was the most difficult to ever, the one who put you in the most trouble?
This is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
I think, I'd like to preface this by saying that I faced lots of great players, lots of proven players. I'm glad, since it makes those experiences very memorable. But if I had to pick one, it's probably going to be Vert in S-Tour 36. Hands down, I think is the best genuine player of all time, even though he hasn't been seen for some months now, so I hope he's all right. But yeah, I think he made SB look competitive. Like, I'm not really the biggest Gen 9 fan out there, but he was just very sharp. He was looking unstoppable in that tier. And obviously, he was no slouch in Gen 7 and 8 either. He had a super high skill ceiling, so I will go with him.
It's always fun when the tier is so stacked with a lot of great players, and you can really, I feel like they allow you to get even better as a result.
Mm-hmm.
And you play in a lot of tournaments, and I think I've heard people say that you have kind of a type of teams that you like and that you often bring. What's your, if you had to pick one, the favorite team in any gen or any tier that you've ever used?
Luckily, I used lots of teams that I liked. But if I had to pick one, it's probably going to be the Medicham Volk offense I used in 2 major tournaments. SPL Finals against Blunder and S-Tour 30 against Soulwind.
Okay.
It's just a very offensive team, and that I really love. It has outs against pretty much everything. Of course, now it kind of got spammed, so inherently got worse since it's spammed, of course. But yeah, we can go over the replays if you want. So yeah, that was the first appearance of the team in tournaments. It was SPL Finals. I was on the Runers. Blunder was on the Tyrants. I just kind of brought my bread and butter, basically. That was, I was very also known for using offense at the time.
You made the team?
Yeah, I did. Just a very offensive team. In the first variation of the team, I had Rocky Ametlando. So in this game, I had Rocky Ametlando. Meanwhile, then in finals, I just updated it to have better matchup into Lati packs and stuff like Reuni Chansey that kind of troubled both Medi and Volk. So tweaked it a little bit.
That's really nice. It's always good to have one team that you're really attached to.
Yeah.
Gives the personality. And since you've picked obviously an SM team, I'd like to assume or ask, is SM your favorite generation?
Definitely, yes.
And
I'm a big fan of fairy gens in general, though.
yeah. And this goes segue into my next question, which is that people know you, and as you've said, you're a player of fairy gens, of newer generations from 6 and above. Since you played in Smogon Tour and Masters, that all go through 6 and above. But I noticed that you have played Smogon Classic back in 2017, 2018. And I know a lot of people consider great players to be great when they're good at like many generations, and I'm curious to know, does that kind of drive you forward of wanting to, get more seriously into older generations, maybe play Classic sometime or play, some old gens in tournament?
Maybe one day. As of now, definitely not. I'm not really interested in picking them up, though I watch Classic playoff games sometimes when they happen. I have dabbled in ADV a little though. I joined ADVPL twice and Revival once. But overall, I would say it's not my cup of tea. I don't really love the no preview aspect of all gens.
Understandable. And on this topic, what's like future tournaments that we can expect to see you in?
Honestly, I don't really know. I was planning to take a break from joining, as that's usually what I do between tournaments, since otherwise it gets kind of too overloaded for me. I'll probably just watch my friends play for the time being and then decide later whether I want to join tournaments or not. Maybe World Cup if my team needs me in a couple months.
Oh, your team
but either
always
way, I'm
needs you.
still around, so yeah.
All right. It was really fun to have you. I'm glad you gave us the interview. Congratulations again on the win. It was a really impressive win, as usual.
Thank you.
You've got 5 finals and you won them all. So that's really impressive. Props.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, that's all from me. Have a nice day.